to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, welcome to your mystery reading. The first thing that we're going to do is shuffle out one card from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot to get the context or the general energy of your reading. If you want to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested, you can also find me on TikTok. The link to that will be in the description. And before I get into this, remember that this is a general reading on YouTube, so if you're struggling to make sense of a message or find meaning in it, just let it go. That's okay. It might not just be for you, but if it was meant for you, it'll come back around again. So, do your best. That's enough. There could in general be something here about being too hard on yourself as well. But the card that we have, wow, is the Queen of Cups. I said wow because being hard on yourself, I think it's really affecting your self-confidence. Having unrealistic expectations on yourself is really affecting your self-confidence. I'm seeing 111. Yeah, I can see how it's difficult for you to trust yourself or believe in yourself or to do things differently, to stand alone, to be different. I just saw 1, 2, 3. Trust that you are different for a reason, and don't be afraid to express yourself and to remove people and things that do not respect you or care about you or that can't, treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. The fiery energy here is very, very strong, and black cats could be significant too. I think in terms of your passion, your drive, there could be something here about rage, but your more fiery energy, you're really being called to change how you use that energy or how you express that energy. Instead of taking your frustration, your anger, instead of taking that out on yourself, especially if it's towards the universe, fuel it into something creative. Or, instead of destroying yourself, maybe you could use this passionate energy to make a difference in some way. Regardless, the universe is definitely guiding you and trying to encourage you to use your passion. I'm feeling rage again, in a more constructive way rather than destructive. I definitely understand anger. I think a lot of people do. A lot of people get frustrated with things that they can't control. I'm only saying that to help you not feel alone, not to diminish how you feel. But it really feels like rage is sticking out here. And it could be so much so that you're so angry that you don't feel anything at all. It starts at sadness. When you're hurt by something, maybe something that you can't control, something challenging. And if you choose to hold on to that sadness and that disappointment, that will turn into anger. I definitely feel that message here that anger is sadness's mask. So if you're feeling frustrated, definitely look much deeper than the surface to understand where this frustration is coming from. And if you feel numb, that's because you were so angry to a point that, you never addressed the sadness or the anger, and you kind of just let it go. You, in a way where you let it be. You didn't really do anything about it, and it could just be because you weren't aware that you could. But yeah, your anger, you can definitely create more beauty with that. I definitely feel something here about making a difference by putting more beauty and passionate beauty out into the world rather than passionate rage maybe or something like that. I definitely feel that there is an inner child here that is very sad and very, very, very angry. And you take it out on yourself. And the universe thinks it's very, very beautiful how much you care. It just doesn't think that destroying yourself is the beautiful part. There's definitely different ways that you can express difficult feelings, difficult emotions. but I'm going to look deeper into this with the Prisma Visions Tarot. I'm really interested to see what the cards have to say, because I've never really had a reading where anger was as prominent. But for your first card, we have the High Priestess with the third eye and the moon. And yes, I do notice that my camera is acting weird. It's been doing it since I moved. Can't really do much about it, so if it really bothers you that much, this reading or my channel as a whole might not be for you. There could be someone here who expects so much perfection from themselves that they expect it from others. So those of you who are judging me, stop judging yourself. And it's interesting because this Ace of Pentacles just fell on the floor. Some sort of opportunity in the physical world manifesting itself. But let's start with the High Priestess. There's definitely something here about your lack of self-confidence making it very hard for you to hear your inner voice and to really trust your intuition. I definitely feel that your intuition or your gut or whatever is trying to tell you something, but you're either ignoring it or you can't hear it because of too much fear, too much anxiety, which is interesting with the moon. I usually associate the High Priestess with the moon card. So you could be in a very challenging, scary, dark, even kind of situation. And you're definitely being called to be the calm within the storm. So that way, knowing how to move forward will become much, much clearer to you. I feel this message here about not wasting your energy dwelling and focusing on things that you can't control, and instead projecting that energy towards what you can do about it. What changes can you make to make things better, to help you feel better about yourself, and to help you feel better about the world, for sure. I definitely feel something here about you, being the change that you wish to see. Change starts with you, and don't be too focused on where you can create this change, because it all adds to the bigger picture. Definitely go where you feel called to go, and don't worry about things that aren't part of your path. That's meant for someone else. And I'm talking about if there's things happening in a different country that really anger you, focus on your own country first. The people in that other country, they can figure it out. They can do it. And you don't deserve to be hard on yourself, for something that you will never have control over, or that you'll never really be able to do anything about in a direct way. The best thing that you can do to do something about, global issues that you don't have a lot of direct control over is to, do whatever you're feeling called to do to make a difference. It's going to be different for everybody because it's based on your past, maybe childhood. But there's a strong message here to do whatever you feel called to do and allow the universe to take care of the rest. Leave it up to the divine. Focus on what's your responsibility. Focus on what's your responsibility and what is within your control. And the universe will focus on what it needs to take care of and what it can control. For some reason, the movie It could be significant. Your reality might be eliciting that same fear that the characters experience. I definitely feel that you're being called to face your fears. Maybe whenever all of the kids go to get Pennywise and face him, that could be symbolic of you really facing some challenging fears. And I think it's interesting in that movie, they start out as kids. So there could definitely be something here from childhood that you're very, very angry about, that you feel rage about, that you feel numb about, sad about. And you're being called to take advantage of these challenges that you experienced in childhood and to learn from them and to really understand your purpose and how you can make a difference in a way that could help others who have been through what you have been through, or to protect others from going through what you have been through. Know that you do have a purpose, that you feel rage and passion for a reason. You're meant to do something with this energy, and it's not to be self-destructive. I just saw 1010. Your spirit guides in the universe are really, really trying to communicate with you, and they're trying to show you, they're trying to push you to use your voice. The things that you can't control that are challenging, or just things that you can't control in general, that's the universe communicating with you through actions. And once you are willing to use your voice and to communicate with your spirit guides and the universe, I imagine that life won't be as challenging. Like your spirit guides in the universe are gonna help pave a much easier, more fulfilling, I want to say gratifying path for you. So if there's something that you can't control that makes you really angry, definitely learn to use your voice. The throat chakra or the Chariot card in tarot could be significant. With this Ace of Pentacles, this in general could be talking about your judgment and, really sharpening that so you can see yourself and the world for what they are, and therefore see your opportunities for what they are, for better or for worse. There could be a marriage here that seems promising but really isn't. Definitely, whatever situation you're in, marriage or not, pay attention to the red flags. Listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, your instincts. Yes, you are a soul, but you are also human, so you do have instincts, and I think you're a lot more capable than you give yourself credit for. And I also feel like you need to not only change your perspective on challenges and loss, but also death. One of the biggest losses we can experience. I feel like the universe really wants you to find deeper meaning in the things that you can't control, and to recognize how beginnings and endings are almost an illusion, because our soul is eternal. This reality is what's temporary, not you. I just saw 1222. Wow, what a beautiful message or sign, because that's always a message to meet the universe halfway through just being yourself and trusting that it's going to pay off. Maybe there's an opportunity here in the physical world that will allow you to be yourself. But in general, be careful with the opportunities you take, and be careful with the opportunities that you ignore. Definitely trust yourself and, believe in yourself when it comes to challenges. You are a lot more stronger than you give yourself credit for. I almost said something here about credible. You could be a credible source for something, or there could be a credible source out there that could be sticking out. That's very specific. So if it doesn't resonate, that's okay. And I'm happy to see 1313, because that's a sign of good luck and good fortune. And the universe really wants you to trust that what you're doing, like really stepping into your self-confidence, learning how to use your voice, to be honest, to say no, it's going to pay off. It's definitely going to pay off. And it could be in a physical, material way with the Ace of Pentacles. There could be a new job offer here, or a unique way to make money that you're being called to do. And it could have something to do with making a difference. It's going to be different for everybody, so just take whatever resonates. Wow. And also, I forgot to mention with the third eye, well, your chakras in general could be something specific that you're being called to focus on, especially your third eye. Like, that feels really, really significant here. And actually, I felt tempted to look under the deck, and I saw the Ace of Cups here. But the card that I pulled was the Knight of Cups. So let's take that. I actually do feel called to take the Ace of Cups here, because, the Knight of Cups, it makes sense to me. And I almost felt I was like, I don't have to explain myself to you. So there could be someone here in particular, something in particular that you need to recognize that you don't have to explain yourself to. So if it resonates, definitely take that, because don't waste your breath. If you know that it's not going to go anywhere. I just saw 444. So your foundation, stability, I'm definitely starting to feel that this could be about money. It could be about even just committing to a job, give it a chance. Even if it doesn't you can't hold the job, but, you still need money, don't you? I did see another number, but I don't remember what it was, so I'm just going to assume that it doesn't matter. But with the Knight of Cups here and the Ace of Cups, it definitely feels, well, let's just start with the Knight. There's something here, something loving, that really speaks to your inner child. I feel like it has a lot to do with the good side of life. When things are easy, that really speaks to your inner child. But this card could also be a sign of some sort of addiction or some sort of attachment. And I just sneezed, which makes me think of blessings, and I just saw 555. There's something here associated, blessings and change. Things will definitely get better the moment that you decide to do what you need to do to have better. And it's not like the universe wants you to forget or to disconnect your inner child. Not at all. Not at all. The universe definitely wants you to stay connected to that, to stay connected to, your need for adventure and, things like that, your curiosity. But the part of your inner child that the universe wants you to let go is needing for things to always be easy and good. Now that you're older now, it's time to start seeing things, especially yourself, for what they are. It's time to really, really see your true strength. You can handle pain. You can handle mental and emotional pain. You can handle physical pain. All that matters is that you're still alive. You're still here. And it's okay to feel fear and to not like pain. You just really need to recognize how strong you actually are. And I definitely felt something here about your potential too. It's interesting, we do have two aces here. And with the Ace of Cups, I don't know, this opportunity, this feels like, this could be like something about money. And this could also be an opportunity around love. There could be a specific relationship here that you need to focus on learning from. I feel like this relationship is definitely going to help you heal. And your healing in general is going to make you very expressive, maybe very emotional. Definitely don't be ashamed of that. Allow yourself to feel what your human self needs to feel. Yeah, definitely remember that you are a human. You have feelings, you have thoughts. You have a physical body. You are human. You're not just spirit. So there could be something here about needing to recognize the duality of life as well. You're not just strength either. You're also grace. You're all of it. Whatever you want to be, you already are, is a message that I really feel is coming through. So I'm seeing like a physical, material type of opportunity and a more emotional opportunity that allows you to express yourself, something that you could pour yourself into. Maybe they're connected. This could be about an opportunity to make money in a way that allows you to express yourself, to use your emotions, to share your story, maybe even to share your rage. Not like a riot or anything like that, but to just let others know that, hey, I was angry too. There's a lot of people who are angry, but there's a better way that we can do this, that we can get justice and that we can make a difference. You could definitely be being called to be a leader. Maybe you could feel more like a chosen one. So if you feel misunderstood and isolated by those around you, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're wrong or that you're a bad person. Like I said, I don't know if I already said it in this reading, but you know your intentions better than anyone else. So don't let anyone get into your head about who you are and what you want out of life. And I think it's the more emotional opportunities that we tend to get more attached to. I mean, we can definitely get attached to money, no doubt. But I'm just feeling here that, to have love, you have to be okay without having it. To have that job that you really want, you have to be okay without having it. Whatever you want, you first have to be okay without having it, because it's the attachment itself, to having it that makes us push it away. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but in general, you could, push things away when you shouldn't be, or when things are taking too long, or, patience could be something here that you really need to focus on getting better at. And this is interesting because there's a card that just fell on the floor, and it's the moon. And I literally said I always associate the High Priestess with the moon. So I'm really feeling here that whatever tricky situation, I know it's challenging, but just try your best to navigate through it. Just do what you think is right, and, trust that the universe is putting you through what it's putting you through for a reason. Don't take your challenges personally. Try to learn from them and to find deeper meaning in them, because if it hurts, the universe is definitely trying to show you something, because, life is just not meant to be this hard. And actually, that makes me think of Grey's Anatomy, because, when I watched that TV show, whenever Meredith, I think it was who said it, when she said life is not supposed to be this hard, it really, really stuck out to me. So if you feel really hard done by life, it's really time to look inward, especially with the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess, and to learn how to listen to yourself. You really need to focus on changing how you look at yourself, and ultimately how you look at the world, so you can change how you feel, and you can change the decisions that you may make. I also felt something here about the power of your decisions. Do not underestimate how you show up in the world, because you're going to make an impact for better or for worse. There could definitely be a significant marriage here, or a significant commitment. And I just saw 2211. That could definitely be a significant number for someone, because I believe I saw it in the other reading that I recorded today. And then I saw 2222 right now. So if you're seeing the number 222, definitely pay attention to whatever message the universe is trying to convey to you with that number, or just the number 2 in general. But in general, I'm going to say it again, you're being called to remove anything and everything that does not serve you. It really feels like it's, this message is being focused on your thoughts and your emotions. You need to get rid of perspectives that are destructive, like perspectives about yourself. And you need to recognize your self-worth, for sure, and what you actually deserve. Because the universe is not trying to punish you or anything like that. It's just trying to communicate with you until you are willing to use your voice and to stand up for yourself. The challenges in your life are not meant to make you feel weaker. They are meant to make you feel stronger. You just have to change how you're looking at it. And I saw 321. The universe is definitely wanting you to recognize your strength for a reason. I'm getting very strong leadership energy here, especially when it comes to the people in your life that you're close to. And I just saw 234. So definitely trust that this is happening for a reason. Make the changes within yourself that you need to make, so you can take advantage of that wisdom to make a difference. And this will really, really encourage others to do the same. Even if you feel like your light can't be seen, it definitely can. And it's going to be very apparent when people start accusing you of someone that you're not, because it pushes insecure people to go outside of their comfort zone. But let me see. Is there anything else that I can get from this? Actually, there's a lot of water energy here. Very, very emotional, and just a little bit of earth. So maybe you're feeling a little grounded, but there's still a lot of emotion here to work through. Allow yourself to feel what you need to feel. Pay attention to your thoughts and how they're affecting you, so that way you can understand how your feelings are affecting your decisions. The universe is really trying to guide you to make better decisions, to be less impulsive, especially with the King of Cups here. That can be a very impulsive card. And I just saw 444. I feel like being impulsive, it's definitely destructive. It's making it more difficult for you to have a more stable and secure foundation. And, just remember that you do deserve to feel safe, and you deserve to feel secure and taken care of. And I feel like the relationship with yourself that you really need to focus on. It could be about repairing your relationship with the universe, but that first starts with repairing the relationship with yourself. So this Ace of Cups, emotional opportunity, I really feel like this could just be about healing and becoming much more closer with yourself. Definitely don't be mean to yourself. Remember that you were a child once, and that inner child never goes away. You deserve kindness. Definitely feel that. But I believe that's all the messages that I will get out of this, so that will be the end of your reading. I hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. Third eye, very, very significant. Maybe you want to focus on that. But if you like to hit the like button to show me that, that's the best way to support me. Don't know if I already said that, but if you'd like to offer more support, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any. I'd really, really love to connect with you more. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.